Hi there everyone and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. I wanted to kick this off on Saturday because I just ended up my other weekly reading vlog. So let's get to it. So I had just finished The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and that was about a 3.5 stars for me. It was a good thriller, just not my favorite. But I have two books that I'm deciding which one to pick up next, so let's talk about it. So first I have Divine Rivals, which I need to read for book club by Thursday of this week, and it is, y'all know Divine Rivals. If you are on BookTube or Book Talk or whatever, this has just been blowing up and has great reviews, and it looks like a shorter fantasy, so I think that I'm more leaning towards this right now because the other book is an advanced reader copy of The Coworker by Frida McFadden. And while I love Frida McFadden's books, I don't feel like I'm in the mood for another thriller right now after I had just finished The Only One Left. Well, saying it out loud definitely helps me, so I'm probably going to pick up the Divine Rivals next. So we are going to do that tonight for a little bit. And then I am also listening to This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi as an audiobook. I'm about 40% into that right now and am enjoying it, but since it's an audiobook, I don't pick it up as frequently. So tomorrow, as I am grocery shopping and doing some chores, I should be able to get a little bit more into that, but I will give you an update as we get to it. So some fantasy reads, super fun, and let's see how long this takes us. Alright, so it is the next morning now, and I have a reading update for Divine Rivals. So far this story is being told in the third person point of view. We're following our main character Iris, who has been left behind by her brother, Forrest, who has been called out to war by the goddess Enva. The gods are warring right now, so Enva is kind of trying to recruit people to fight for her war and protect her, and Iris's brother answered that call. So Iris has been left behind. She promised him that she would take care of their mother and then also stay in school. Unfortunately, things have not gone as planned so far, and she has had to drop out of school and start this position at the Oath Gazette, which is a newspaper. She really enjoys writing and she wants to be a columnist, and she is fighting for this position with a rival co-worker named Roman. Everybody calls each other by their last name, so Roman is Kit and Iris is Winnow. I'm not the biggest fan of workplace rivals, but it has been interesting because it's not like snarky. You can tell that he's definitely intimidated by her, and they both have their differences or kind of like prejudices that they hold against each other. Like Iris didn't finish school, but Roman has a snobby father with a lot of money, so whatever he gets can be attested to him basically buying out the newspaper. So it is very interesting. It's a fun concept, but they both really enjoy each other's writing style. You get to see that, and I think that that's super fun. But the big part of this is that she has been writing to her brother Forrest, and it's just been sliding the pages underneath of her wardrobe, and they just disappear into the ether. But Forrest hasn't written her in 5 months that he's been away so far, so she just keeps writing to him. But it isn't actually going to Forrest, it is going to Roman. And Roman has been receiving these letters and not really responding because he doesn't know what to do with them. But then one night he does respond and just says, this isn't Forrest. He doesn't identify himself, but they keep kind of writing these letters back and forth about what they're going through in their lives. It's starting to opening up, and Roman knows that it's Iris, but Iris doesn't know that she's writing to Roman. I think in the future, him keeping that information from her is going to backfire horribly, but I mean, he says that he doesn't tell her because he doesn't want her to be embarrassed. And I think that is exactly what's going to happen when she finds out. It is really good. Something really tragic just happened, and now it'll be interesting to see how Iris comes back from that. But I am really enjoying it. I'm highlighting a lot because you're getting like these breadcrumbs about their future relationship. I really like it's not very insta-lovey. It feels more so like they're making a genuine connection. Iris just doesn't know it yet. So I'm really enjoying that. Also, Under the Dust Jacket is so pretty. I love it. Another thing, and I guess maybe I just haven't gotten to this yet, but everybody says that this is like magical typewriters, but right now it seems like a magical wardrobe that's teleporting these letters everywhere, so I'm not sure. I guess we'll see if that comes into play maybe later. It can't be a spoiler because I don't know it myself. So that is that. And so today is Sunday, and I think I'm gonna do a lot of reading today. I'm hopeful to make a good dent in this. If you watch my weekly vlog from 2 weeks ago, I picked up some books from this girl on Facebook Marketplace, and I had reached out to her and was like, I also like books and Taylor's version and dogs. We should get coffee. And today we're actually getting coffee. So I'm really excited about that, to have like another bookish friend. You can never have too many. So I'll let you all know how that goes, and I'll check in later. Alright everyone, it is Monday afternoon now, and I have a couple of reading updates for you. First off, I am about 200 pages into Divine Rivals, and I am loving it. One, I can confirm they are magical typewriters, not a magical wardrobe. I got that figured out. Two, the workplace rivals component of it didn't last super long, so I really enjoyed them kind of getting out of that phase and going into a different one. So I'm very excited about where this is coming to now. I'm also really enjoying the war aspect of this novel. I feel like it is just so, you're right there. Like, we're still safe for right now, but I don't think that that's going to last too long. I'm also liking the mythology aspect of it, of the gods and why they're warring with each other. I don't know, I feel like it is just one of those books where you can really vividly see it, like you're in a movie and everything, and I just am loving it and just want to keep reading it. There's one scene that's like very life or death-esque, and Winnow is running to Roman, and I saw it, just like her running through a field, like the slow-mo. It was so good. Oh, and their banter is so good. I have been highlighting the book, and I normally don't do that with my books, but it's just so cute. Also, I feel like I'm using their names interchangeably, so it's Iris Winnow, so they call each other by their last name, so that is also why. So it's Iris Winnow is our main female character, and then Roman Kit is our main male character. So Roman is teaching Iris how to run so that she can be safe, and like a war setting, if she needs to be like have her endurance ready to go, then she can run. And so she is not enjoying it. She has never run a kilometer. So he's teaching her, and they're going up this hill, and he says, "That's it, you're doing great, Widow." And she says, "Shut up, kid." And he said, "Absolutely, whatever you want." And I just felt like that is just so cute. I love it. I'm so excited to see their story progress and everything that's to come. So really enjoying this and hoping to get a lot more done tonight. Next, I'm about 60% into the audiobook for This Living Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm really excited to see how it's going to progress, because I feel like we've been in the same day for so long, in the same kind of focal point that I thought would have already happened and been like a small thing to lead to the bigger thing, and I'm sure it will be, but it's just taking a lot longer to get through it. And the audiobook is due in 2 days, and I have like 6 hours left, so I'm probably not going to finish the audiobook, but I will pick it up physically later. Carmine's grandfather has basically just accused him of treason, and so all of his loyalties are going through his head and he's so confused and hurt. So I think that we're going to see him really think about his loyalty to the crown and where his values and his priorities lay. So I think that that's going to be interesting. They're gearing up for this ball for Carmine to hopefully pick a wife. So we'll see. And also, a huge reveal just happened, and I was so confused, and I still don't know if I believe it or not. I hope that it's true because that would be really amazing. But I was like, what is happening right now? And that is that book. I'm not enjoying it as much as Divine Rivals, but I am enjoying it. So I'm excited to see where this goes, excited for the ball to occur, and we'll go from there. But those are my reading updates so far, and I will check back in when I have more of an update for you. Alright everyone, we have a reading update. I have finished Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and I gave it 5 stars. It's worth the hype. I do say. I don't know what to say. I loved it. I felt like it was a movie in my head the whole time. I could just see everything happening. I love the setting. I don't read a lot of books about war, so it was super interesting to get to see the main characters experience that and how impactful it was and how much they relied on each other. And I thought it was just so good, and how it made them make choices differently than had they not been exposed to the circumstances that they were. I loved it. I loved Roman. He was so sweet. It was mind-boggling. There were so many pieces in here that I highlighted where I was like, this man can do no wrong. He is an absolute simp for Iris, and it is so sweet. I loved it so much. The relationship was so cute, and the ending was it was insane. First off, I cannot believe that it ended like that. I am begging Miss Ross for the arc, so if you're watching this, hi. The second book comes out on December 26th, so luckily she has decided to grace us with a little bit of a later Christmas present, thank goodness. So that day I'm busy. I'm just going to be reading the sequel, so I am very much looking forward to that. I don't think I'm as concerned about the ending as maybe everybody else is making themselves out to be, because of what is also kind of, I guess, revealed in the ending too. So I think I just see that there is a possibility for a different outcome, and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna rest easy with that and not let it tear me apart, because what YA fantasy did tear me apart with the end that I see no like getting out of is Once Upon a Broken Heart. So that what's out right now is Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After, and the ending of The Ballad of Never After gives me no hope. I just flabbergasted with the ending. I don't understand, like, sometimes how authors will kind of, I feel like, back themselves into a corner, and then they have to make up this like insane way to get them out of said circumstance, and that's what that series is to me. But Divine Rivals is not that to me, thankfully. So I'm gonna rest easy knowing that this was a fantastic read, and I definitely recommend it. It was so good, and I don't see a reason really not to pick it up. It's very accessible. Like, the world building is not difficult at all. It's very modern, and it just has gods who are warring, so it's really not that insane. I don't even think there's really like a magic system. It seems like there are just magical typewriters. That's it. So it's really, when people say it is a YA romance fantasy, the fantasy is pretty light, so don't worry too much about that. The romance, heavy, and we love that. It was fantastic. And something that I really like about romance fantasy is that the stakes are always higher with fantasy reads. So like in this, they're in war. I think like a good example for this, like I guess a comparison with a fantasy read that is Higher Stakes is a witch's guide to fake dating a demon. So the witch accidentally summons a demon, and now he can't leave her alone until he takes her soul. She doesn't want to give up her soul. How are they going to get out of it? Who knows? So like that I really enjoy, because the romance just seems so much more intense. Everything just seems way just higher stakes. It's not a miscommunication trope. It's not something kind of trivial in everyday life. Like, I want something that would not happen in my life, essentially. It's escapism. Look it up. So yes, love this, would recommend. Libby was so rude this morning. I was listening to This Woven Kingdom, and I am so close to being done with it. First, that's a 500-page book. Oh my gosh. And to be fair, it's really not that great. If I didn't have the audiobook, I probably wouldn't be reading it. But I was getting in the car and it was like, you have like 11 minutes left on your loan. And the last time that something like that happened, I pressed play and it just went for like until I got done, and I waited until I was done listening until I had like hit pause, and then it took my book back. But sure enough, after 11 minutes, Libby just stole that sucker right from me, and I was very upset because I only had about 5 minutes left in my commute. So I didn't, and it left on such a good place. The book has been very slow paced and nothing too insane has happened, and of course right when that's happening I'm like, of course now my Libby hold is gone. So what I am going to do is go finish that, and I will update you once I do, and then we'll probably end this vlog off and just do 2 books, because I'm going to do a 24-hour reading video this weekend, and so you'll have to go check out that vlog to see all of that fun stuff. How do you feel about that? Let's get to it. Okay everyone, it is many days later, but I have finished This Woven Kingdom and wanted to give you all an update. But first, I did a little bit of retail therapy this morning and wanted to show you all my little fall haul. It has a book in it, so it's fine, right? So obviously it's a Target haul. I just felt like I needed a little bit of retail therapy. I had some things happen over the weekend, and this is just kind of how I treat myself. So let's get into it. The first thing that I got was this little green cardigan. This is my favorite color, so I was so excited to find it, and it was 20% off of basically everything at Target today. So I got it for even cheaper, and it is so soft, and you can really see the kind of like waffle material here. So very excited about that. Next, I got 3 new crew socks. They're all gray, and you know, we love neutral, so that was good. Did I really need more socks? No, but I feel very comforted by them. Got 2 little pumpkins to put on my bookshelf. I'm so excited. They're so soft and cute. And then also 2 of the little candles. This is white snake root and stinging nettle, and they both smell pretty good to me, so I'm not mad about it. The $5 section at Target right now obviously is doing a very good job. And then obviously I couldn't walk out without a book, so I picked up Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, maybe? But it has the red sprayed edges, which is so fun, and I didn't realize. First, I saw everybody's PR package for this book, and it was so cute first off, but the second thing, it's like this little frog, and I think that it is so cute, and it says like help on it. Oh yeah, you can see it more so right here. Help. I think it is so cute, so I'm very excited about that. But this is what seems to be a workplace romance, and it's a hot evil boss, and it's, I think, told from the perspective of the assistant to the hot evil boss. So that's all they needed to say for me to pick up this book. I am so excited about it now. And that's my little haul. So I felt really good about that. It made me feel better and kind of got me in the fall mood, even though it is 90 degrees outside today and I can't stop sweating. So let's talk about the last book that I read, and we can wrap this vlog up for the day. So I finished reading This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, and I gave it 3 stars. I've said this kind of from the beginning when I started talking about it, but it really just had too much complexity and politics in it that weren't very clear or interesting to me. So it was really hard for me to get into the story, really care about anything. But the pacing was also, I felt, very off. I feel like for 300 pages, we were on the same day, just prepping up for this ball and getting ready for it. But I mean, it was a long period of time. And then everything, I mean, obviously started happening with 70 pages left in the book. So it was, that part was very interesting. It was really good and I got excited about it. But before that, it was just very hard to get into. And the ending was really good, and I want to pick up the second one now, and I think that it'll be better, and that is because we already have the characters established, the world is built, the conflict has been had, and we are going into the next book with that conflict. So I am feeling good about that, and it's 100 pages shorter. I think that this book definitely could have been shorter. It's about, I mean, it's almost 500 pages. It's a big book. So I'm very excited for these Infinite Threads. I think that it'll be much better. We got a dragon at the end. Why didn't we have more dragon? We could have had more dragon in here and it would have been better. Just kidding. I'm not an author, but I think that it could have been faster. I'm not sure that we needed as much world building as we were getting. I feel like it was, I think we were just given too much background, and they talk very proper. So sometimes when you have that properness in speech, I feel like it's almost harder to comprehend or is less accessible. So again, 3 stars, I respect it, but it just really didn't do it for me personally. So that is going to wrap up our reading vlog. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this format. I felt like it was better because we got to see, I guess, the books kind of from more so beginning to end and my thoughts throughout. But let me know how you felt about it. I'm glad that we got to read Divine Rivals. I felt like I love that, and it's still resonating with me, and I can't wait for the sequel. This Woven Kingdom was so, but I'm still excited for the sequel. So I feel like overall a pretty good reading couple of books, and we had a nice haul. So that is all. Thanks for coming along, and let me know if you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube things if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.